This video is brought to you by Xavi's new Star Trek merch line. Now 3 episodes into Star Trek Picard's first season, it looks like the first act of this 10-episode story is finally over. The new crew has been assembled, and we're once again going boldly on an outer space mission. On Picard's side of things, I really loved seeing the civilian side of things once again. I said previously that I looked forward to seeing Michelle Hurd's Raffi, and I wasn't disappointed. Hurd has always been a charismatic performer with terrific screen presence, the ideal actor to play a steadfast first officer, and exactly the kind of character you could see working well with Jean-Luc Picard. But while we yearn to see them crew a ship of the line in their awesome uniforms, which I love the design of by the way, the true meat of the episode is delving into life after Starfleet. It's all well and good zipping about on spaceships, going on adventures, but what happens after that life is ended? It seems the image of Starfleet and the Federation us fans have is similar to the in-universe pop culture image of those organizations. And when an officer's commission is over or they're forced out, the complex flurry of emotions one has to deal with is a really interesting subject to tackle. These are people who chose to devote their entire lives to a grander cause and are then told they're no longer needed. The same goes for Santiago Cabrera as Chris Rios. His reasons for leaving Starfleet may be different to Raffi's, but the results are similar. A person without a place in the universe just going through the motions and trying to get by, but with their former Starfleet life hanging over them. Cabrera also impresses in a dual role as the ENH as well. The performances are so distinct, I was fooled into thinking these were actually 2 different actors at first. And while the newcomers impressed, so did the veterans. It was a delight to see Jonathan Del Arco return as Hugh. In my opinion, Del Arco should be given a hell of a lot of credit for his original performance as the character. It's pretty difficult to be a standout in a role which is literally designed to be part of a faceless horde, but just as he did then, Del Arco makes a real impression as the mysterious project director on the abandoned Borg cube. I love his updated design and how his Borg implants have withered away over the years. I'm really interested to know what kind of journey the character has been on since we saw him last. It's also his plot thread which ties into a very intriguing plot development concerning Soji. But first, a word from this video's sponsor. This video is brought to you by a new Star Trek merch line now available at Xavi.com. A slew of brand new, very cool designs to satiate your Star Trek itch. I myself really like this Section 31-esque jumper, which I was kindly gifted with. It's got a really nice embroidered design, one of many really cool designs in this range, and is pretty cozy for these winter months. Click the link below and use the promo code BATTLE20 for 20% off the Star Trek range, or the code BATTLE10 for 10% off the site-wide items. Thank you once again to Xavi for sponsoring this video, and now back to Star Trek Picard. The mystery surrounding the Zhat Vash deepens when it's revealed Data's apparent twin daughters seem to be somehow tied to Romulan mythology. This, coupled with the Romulan assassin's hints that twins aren't what we think they are, has my brain scrambling to know more. The Romulans have always been a highly secretive race, so I can't wait to see what kind of new revelations this could bring. I also really hope we get to encounter Bruce Maddox again in the next episode. It'll be great to see if the actor was able to return to the role, and his dynamic with Picard will no doubt conjure something cool. By the end of the episode, when the ship is finally ready and Picard finally says the iconic "engage," I was smiling ear to ear. What I've really appreciated about this show thus far is that it shows restraint. This isn't just a show of endless fan service. It would have been so easy to have Picard once again captain Enterprise and bring back all the old faces, but ultimately it would be a waste of potential. I'm glad the showrunners are taking a chance on a new era for the Trek universe and for the character. And moments like Picard saying "engage" feel earned as opposed to shamelessly crammed in. Did it suck? No. While I still think the premiere has been the strongest episode so far, I'm confident we'll get to see some terrific outer space action soon. Good stuff. Pranav Singh asks, aside from the Lost Fleet series, any sci-fi book recommendations? I recently started listening to Star Maker by Olaf Stapleton on Audible. Arthur C. Clarke called it a masterpiece, and so far it's really quite fascinating. It's essentially about a guy who goes on an outer body journey across the universe and encounters all kinds of alien civilizations. It's really strange and imaginative and quite different from most sci-fi I've read. Absolutely recommend. Thank you for watching. If you like my videos, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay up to date on all my new uploads. Over on my Patreon, you can see videos early. Speaking of such, I'd like to quickly thank all of my patrons who are now appearing on screen. Have a good one, and as always, live long and prosper.